Hi, Islamic Dad here. If you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. I've made this video a couple times, but for different reasons, I haven't kept it and I haven't uploaded it. So hopefully this will be the one. So I'm going to do a video on the preemptive strike, the preemptive smear campaign, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to come at this issue from a couple of different angles because, I do have very specific experiences myself with respect to this that I will get to. So first off, let me explain the preemptive smear campaign. So one of the things that you'll learn or experience when you have a relationship with a narcissist and it ends is that the narcissist will then immediately go into just full-blown smear campaign. Will tell everyone that you are the worst person on the world, you did X, Y, and Z, all this type of stuff. And I feel like that's fairly well known among people that have dealt with narcissists and had their own experiences, but also have read up and tried to educate themselves on the subject. What is kind of something that I don't know if everyone's aware of is that the narcissist has already been doing the smear campaign during the entire relationship, and that I would guess that after the love bombing phase, when the narcissist believes that you betrayed them because you're a real person, you're not perfect, all that type of stuff, and it goes into kind of that long devalue phase, that at that point the narcissist is going to start a smear campaign, but it's going to be very much behind your back and secretive and select. So instead of broadcasting these character assassination attempts to the world, it might just be to their friends, or their best friend, or to their family, basically to set the stage so that further down the line when the relationship ends, they will already have things in place where their friends, their family, whomever can be like, oh yeah, you were right this whole time, oh my god, let me give you sympathy. And so the narcissist is starting this most likely immediately after the love bombing phase. That said, I would guess that once the relationship gets to the point of the emotional discard, that even though it's behind your back, the narcissist at that point has pretty much taken the gloves off. They have moved from simply telling these things to their best friend to probably a wider audience of friends, maybe acquaintances, maybe even mutual friends in the same social circle. What the narcissist is doing at that point is just basically laying the groundwork so that once the relationship ends, everyone will already be on the side of the narcissist, because the narcissist can just immediately turn to all their friends, their family, acquaintances, etc., and be like, look, it's just like I've been telling you for the past 2 years. So yeah, the smear campaign will definitely just go into overdrive once the relationship ends. But I'm just saying, it's been already going on behind your back long before the breakup. Additionally, because of the weird way that the narcissist mind works, the narcissist is driven by guilt, shame, projection, all these other psychological issues. And so with the projection piece, what the narcissist will very often do is take what they're doing and project it onto you, and then tell their, say, friends and family about it. So if the narcissist is cheating on you during the relationship, most likely the narcissist would tell their friends and family, yeah, I'm pretty sure that my partner's cheating on me. Or if the narcissist is verbally abusive to you, then the narcissist would tell their friends and family, yeah, my partner scares me. Like, sometimes when we're arguing, it is so terrifying because they are so verbally abusive to me. I mean, the narcissist is just, that's their MO, is just taking reality, flipping it on its head, and making themselves out to be a combination of victim and hero, and you the villain. And the thing is, it doesn't even have to be based in reality. It can literally be the opposite of this. So you do end up with a weird situation where the narcissist could very well be cheating on you during the relationship and telling all of their friends and family that you're cheating on them. So that's another weird aspect of this weird, preemptive smear campaign. So the part that I wanted to also touch on is, kind of the more, personal part to me is that, I made this video 2 or 3 times, and it was just so emotionally raw that I decided against putting it up. So I'm one of those people that keeps all their email communications, personal email communications. And so basically every single email conversation that I ever had with my, covert narcissist ex-girlfriend, I have. Going back from when we were dating all the way up past where I'm talking to her probation officer. I've got it all and everything in between. And for whatever reason, about 2 weeks ago, I was just kind of going through some old emails, and I started connecting some dots, and I realized that my ex had been doing some very disturbing things that kind of were red flags at the time, but I didn't have the context to put them in. So this isn't exactly the smear campaign per se, but it's very much showing where their mind was. So for instance, this would be, say, middle of the relationship. And just to level set. So this is when things are going well. We're not having huge fights. We're not having issues. Nothing like that. I mean, as far as I can tell, it is, sunshine and rainbows. Everything's great. And my girlfriend at the time for Christmas got me this really wonderful present, where it was like a big collage of photos from our camping trips, and me and my kids, and it was really, really nice and really well put together and really beautiful and really touching. And after a little bit, I realized that she had picked photos where she was not, where she was absent. Like there was literally, out of this entire collage, there was not a single photo with her in it. And just, again, to level set, we were already talking about marriage. We had been looking at engagement rings, it was very much, sunshine, rainbows, full steam ahead. And then I get this gift where she's completely absent. And me being me, Mr. Gen X, I confronted her, in a polite way. I said, hey, I'm really confused. You got me this wonderful present. I really appreciate it. It's really beautiful. But I don't understand why you chose all these photos and didn't put a single photo of yourself in here, or you with the family. And, without missing a beat, she said, well, I wanted to make sure that I got you this, so in case we broke up, you wouldn't have to throw it away. So that if we broke up, you could still keep this, in your house, and it would be a collage of, of you and your family and stuff. That was weird. I mean, again, that was very unsettling, and that was one of those things where it was very, very much cognitive dissonance for me, because I'm like, wait a minute. We look at engagement rings. We talk about, where we're going to live when we live together, but at the same time, you basically have a Christmas present where you're absent for the purpose of, the in case we break up. And it's just, I mean, to the way my brain works, it's like you're either all in or you're out. I mean, there's no, it's not like, oh, I'm kind of going to get married to you. It's like, no, that's a very serious thing. It's like you're either all in or you're not. So, and that wasn't the only time that something like that happened. There was another, again, an instance where just, this was, middle of the year, like March or April. Out of nowhere, I start getting all these files in my email of all this work that we had done for, the band and DJing and stuff. And it was incredibly jarring. And I said, what is going on with this? This makes me, this is something that you would do at the end of a relationship, where you would say, oh, here's all the work that I did for our band. Here's all the graphics, the promos, logos, all that type of stuff. Here, you can have it. Bye-bye. And so I asked her, I said, this makes me feel like you're breaking up with me, because you literally just gave me everything that we've been working on and just, like, close that chapter. And she gave me some, story about, oh, no, I just wanted to make sure you had it in case Google deleted it. It's like, since when does Google just go around deleting people's Google drives? And it was just like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. And the last example that I have, or at least the last example that comes to mind, is that this is so embarrassing, honestly. So for 2 years in a row, there was this huge convention that we had talked about going together. And so I bought my tickets and all that type of stuff. And then a week before I was going to leave, to go to this convention with her, it was like she fabricated this fight, and it was always over something incredibly stupid and dumb. I mean, just something that just kind of, mind-boggling. And so we would have this blow up, we're breaking up. And then, she would make it clear that she did not want me going with her to this convention. And so, and again, it's embarrassing for me to say now, because I know, like, the context of everything. But I'd say, whatever. And then she would go to the convention by herself. But here's the kicker. She would go to the convention by herself, single. We were not together at that time. So as to what may or may not have happened, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. Honestly, I haven't heard any rumors one way or the other. But I do, the facts are facts. I mean, the fact is, she wanted to go to these conventions by herself, single. And so, again, it's like one of those things where, that would happen, and then, some weeks afterwards, we'd work things out and get back together. But yeah, I mean, and then again, like I had a situation where I was talking to one of our mutual friends in a club about the breakup, and I said, "Oh yeah, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm not with her anymore. We broke up on New Year's Eve. It was nasty. I had to get the police involved and all this type of stuff." And the woman that I was telling this stuff, she was like nodding and being, it didn't catch her off guard as much as I would have suspected. And she said, "Oh yeah, your ex had told me that you guys were having problems." I was like, "What? Full stop. What? When was this?" And she said, "Oh yeah, this is like a year ago or a year and a half ago." And it's like, and again, it's like one of those cognitive dissonance things where I'm like trying to like, connect the timelines here, because I'm like, okay, a year and a half ago, things were great. We were going, we were going camping, we were going to restaurants, we had, a fantastic sex life, we were going dancing, we were working on music, we were going to the mountains, talking about, the future and marriage. Everything was going great. So why would my ex at that time be telling people that we were having problems? And again, that just goes right back to why I was making this video in the first place. It's just the preemptive smear campaign that, even though things maybe not just going okay, but going really well. I mean, honestly, going really well. Things are great. You're not arguing. You're not fighting. You guys, when you talk about the future, you're both on the same page. As far as you know, everything is sunshine and rainbows. And while you're thinking that, the narcissist is going behind your back and saying that you two have problems and that you are doing X, Y, and Z. And so again, it's just, it's just so disappointing, so disgusting, so nauseating, so confusing, honestly. I mean, I know that I've done videos in the past on what I refer to as the sabotage, where the relationship can be going really, really well, and the narcissist is like, "Okay, take out a hand grenade, throw it down on the ground, boom, blow everything up for no reason." And it's like, why are you ruining your own happiness? Like, this doesn't hurt me when you sabotage the relationship. It hurts both of us. Like, you're in the relationship too, so why would you sabotage your own happiness? And again, to me, this is very similar to that, where you will be in the relationship with the narcissist at a time when everything's going really well. And yet the narcissist is going behind your back and telling everyone that you're doing these horrible things. And again, it's just this, I don't understand it. I do not understand. I can't fathom the psychology of that, because the thing is, once you start doing that, there's no going back. I mean, once you start doing this, like, behind your partner's back smear campaign, you can't undo it. It's just basically a slow, march. Basically, dead man walking. I mean, all you can do at that point is just keep going down until the relationship implodes and it's over. And again, it's like, this might be something that the narcissist starts not weeks, not months, but years before the relationship actually ends. That's how long they've been sabotaging it and how long they've been doing the preemptive smear campaign. So hopefully this video has been useful or at least entertaining.